This little rat's nest that looked better before I started hooking wires to it needs to tidy up. This is a little project to pull ancillary power in my Vanagon off the ancillary battery, which is under the driver's seat, so that I can power things like radio. It all started because I wanted to add a USB charger, so that I can power all of that off the ancillary battery. And I hate hooking into existing wiring looms, and I just thought, wouldn't it be really nice to build something that I can attach things that are always on, things that are only on when the ignition is turned on, and then things that are a hybrid of that. Where's my little cap? I don't know where the cover's gone for that. And then a hybrid of this, so that if I'm stopped and I want to put on the radio, I can, using the switch. So there is the radio and the USB on, and it's running off the ancillary battery. So now it doesn't matter if I'm driving or if that is always on. But if the switch is in the up position, then that only comes on when the car is running, which is a good thing because I sometimes forget to put the radio off. And then the third, this ACK only, I have, let me see the round, the halos. So I've wired the halos of my LED headlights to there. So that's a bank that only works, that only has power when the ignition is turned on. Nice side effect is having, with a little USB thing like this, which I think was about $10 on Amazon, I see the power of my auxiliary battery, which is good if I'm stopped and camping and I see I'm running this down. But I also see, based on the speed it's going down, yep, I think that battery is pretty much toast. It's not holding a charge anymore, because the only thing attached to that right now is the USB charger, which should have no draw practically, and the radio, which should have very little draw. So I think that battery is on the way out. But also nice is, of course, when the car is running, it tells me what's going on with the charging circuit, which is really useful. So there you go. To do a rundown of what is going on here, I've got live coming in from the auxiliary battery, and that is fused back at the battery. I've got one wire that I've hooked into the Vanagon wiring loom for, and that is hot when the ignition is turned on, and then a ground which goes back there. Then this goes off to the switch. So I'm sending basically I'm sending both the key turn power and always power up to that switch, and depending on which way it's switched, it either is firing a relay under this based on one or the other of those things. And then just for fun, I've added another relay under there, so that I have like 30 amps or whatever I want of power off the auxiliary battery that is affected by the key. So if I put additional driving lights on, I would put them through there. If I put internal lighting, I might run a wire from here all the way to the back, so that I've got another so I've got the functionality back there that is tied to this switch, which is really good for camping and things. There you go. Thought that was kind of fun. Bye.